Good morning, friend. We're back in a few minutes. I think today might be the last day of the private league for us. I'll have to see. I don't really think I have much interest in playing it next week, but maybe for just a few days. It hurts to hear that. What do you mean? The league will be fine. People can like play it, but I'm kind of bored of it. So in the end, I mean, realistically, the private league is for the community. It's not really for me because I'm more of an SSF gamer. So kind of just the way it works. You guys will be fine. You'll be fine. I'm not saying it because of us. I was having fun watching you play the league. Ah, okay, I understand. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, we are pretty much ready to go. I feel so tired this morning. Have a great day. You too, man. All right, boot up some PoE. I wonder what I'm gonna do next week though, because if I'm not gonna play the private league, like I'm not really sure what to do. There's Project Diablo 2 on Friday, which I definitely want to play for maybe a week. But that leaves Monday through Thursday open until I figure out what I want. I could play PoE 2, but I mean, I could just go play to go check out the loot patch, but I don't really think I have much interest in playing it long term until like we get another big patch. I don't really know. No idea, to be honest. Guess there's still the no rest for the wicked stuff, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to play that for a few days. We'll see. How you doing, John? Expedition 22. I mean, the game looks cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of games I'd rather just play off stream than on stream. We still see the starting screen. Yep. Ended. Nothing on the screen yet, bud.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Oh, Ethereal. Thanks for the 21 months, dude. Appreciate it. There we go. More private league. I don't know. I don't know. What did we get? Oh shit, like literally everything sold. What? Okay. Or I guess not sold, but purchased. How many maps do we have for this? Let's see. Oh, I have 30 regencies? Yo, that's actually kind of hype. Ooh, okay. Regency and Warhorde. So I need more Warhordes. They going for 10? I'll buy it 7. 10 for 70. Boom. Watch RF build. I love your RF build so much. First character got to 110k hours. Oh, nice. Very nice. I like RF. It's a very relaxing build to play, you know? Where are we at? Harby, Beyond. Let's go. Time. Got a few more orbs and scarabs. I don't know if I have any currency right now. Let me farm a little bit. I can help you out. Or I guess you can help me out after. What are we doing? There was definitely something I was doing on the character, but I don't remember what. Oh, let's... I think if we had 21 malevolence, I get +1, but that's unlikely. Gotta go level a new set of stuff for that. Good morning, friend. I need GCPs for some of my gems.
A new subscriber arrives.
Yo, Marty, thanks for the prime, dude.
Determination.
Okay, so GCPs. Purities of fire, but I don't really need those. Those are just repelling. What do I treat? Alright, I wanted Red Nightmare. We don't have that. No, we just level. Everything's kind of fine. Right, what I was trying to min-max... Oh, actually, I already did it. I figured it out because I got the mono roll on the scepter, so I don't need this. Okay, yeah. We're good for now.
Our illustrious
Oh,
champion
right, it was the
returns.
cast when stun
Welcome
version we were
home.
setting up. Oh, right. Yo, John, thanks for the 2 months. Now I remember. I was working on the cast when stun.
Round challenger returns.
Right. To be more tanky. Someone remind me about Atlas Invasion. If you just use the PrivLeague command on the left, you can see what it does. It spawns Atlas bosses in every zone. Jesus. What is being reserved right now? If you look at my buffs top left, you can see everything. Flesh and Stone, Purity of Fire, Tempest Shield, Malevolence, I believe. No, build is good when my sound becomes distorted and my computer fans make the tower take up. I love when that happens, when you're juicing and things just go a little too wild. It's the best. It really is. Maybe we do just play the PrivLeague for a little bit more next week and we work on the Cast One Stun version. How do you get an invite? Well, you just use the command on the left, and that takes you to a link, and make sure you hit join, do not apply. If you hit apply, you're going to have to wait to get in. If you don't see a join option, make sure that you are logged into your PoE account. If you're not logged in, you may not see it. The commands are primarily for Twitch, but because I'm multi-streaming on YouTube, I made the commands for YouTube as well. So if it's on the left, it should work there. Trying to drain my tea with one hand here. There we go. Perfect. 27,000 people. Yeah, pretty successful, to be honest. Curious how many active players there are right now. I imagine probably 70% of the signups aren't really playing, but I really don't have any actual information for that. What gem should I quality do first? I like RF first, and then after that, there's like your shield charge and faster attacks that go faster, and then it's whatever you want. Those are your primary ones. Unless you care less about speed, then don't worry about shield charge and faster attacks. How you doing, friend? Going for a proper league again. Really missing a complete fresh restart and a new mechanic. Yeah, Settlers is Whew, Settlers has been on for too long, for sure. Even when I do these private leagues, the reset is just not the same as like a fresh league. Fresh leagues I take usually like, I don't know, I usually do like 18-hour streams, but it's a bit much to do it in a private league. I don't mind it, it just depends, because I'm only going to do extremely long streams every so often. Ooh, what's that? Don't mind if I do, thanks for the divine. Can't think of a system where all charges are combined to full currency or stack. You're gonna have to ask GG about that, my dude. No one here can answer you. We've been wanting shards to stack or be auto picked up for like 10 years. No idea why it's not like that. Like, I completely understand not having auto loot. I get not having auto loot, but I don't really understand the other stuff in between. I think a version of the town should go core. It's fun building it up. It is fun building the town up. It's just, it's been exhausting because it's been out for so long. So we'll see. I'm not against settlers going core. I'm just bored of it currently and need a break from it mainly, right? That's the big issue. Considering playing in settlers a bit, simply because I migrated my Freesia build and it doubled in value. There you go. Is RF suitable for T17? The Hateful Accuser version is okay for T17. I don't really like RF for farming the bosses other than Hateful Accuser version. I think it becomes way too expensive to build it. Played Slormancer.
Our illustrious champion.
I played Slormancer many years ago. I thought it was pretty good, but it was early access. I don't know much about it since it's been released. Sub for 27 months and 1/3 of that on Settlers Disparage. Oh no, Teutonic. Thanks for the 27, dude. Appreciate it. Oh shit. That's a nice one. That's a nice helmet. Where can I find the updated guide for Inquisitor? Well, you see, that's the thing. We haven't had a new league in 11 months. There's nothing to be updated. So you can find Inquisitor on my website, but none of the other builds have as much detail as my Chieftain. And I recommend the Chieftain over all of them. So my Inquisitor and my Juggernaut are not going to be as fleshed out as the Chieftain. But everything is displayed on my website under the RF command. I always put more emphasis on what I would consider to be the better build, or the better version. So that's why most of the emphasis is on Chieftain. I can't get past Oak, Shaper, and Elder keep killing me. Just use the, like, reset the zone, and then you have different bosses in there. Everything is expensive. Yeah, I think everything is expensive because a lot of people don't know how to price things. So one person puts it high and then everyone kind of just copies, you know? Because people find an item and they think it's the same value as a trade league. But in a trade league, there's a lot more people playing and a lot more currency being generated across the board. So that's why people can make more currency. The other issue is that if people are doing settlers, then those people who are doing settlers are getting like a couple extra divines a day. Maybe the casual player is not even making a divine a day. So that's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? That's kind of like how that can spiral out of control. played Chieftain and I wanted to change it a bit. You can play the other ones, they work, but again, most of the emphasis on my build creation right now is on Chieftain, but those POBs will get you started. If you want to play Inquisitor, for example. Can you suggest a zoomer build that doesn't rely on trade? I'm the RF guy, it's best to ask someone else. I don't think that Archmage builds require trade because I play them in SSF.
Our illustrious champion
not really sure, man.
returns. Welcome.
I don't really pay attention to what other people play, so it's hard for me to answer that. Oh, John says, thanks to 49 months, dude. Appreciate it. Can I get other loot filters on the RF wiki? You can get everything on the RF wiki if you just spend some time on it. For this question specifically, you can just use the filter command, which will take you to my website. Not even my website, it'll take you to my profile, where you can find the filters. But it's on there as well. I know for sure if you're in the FAQ and you just search filter, it'll take you to my profile. 100%. We have 3.26 news yet? Pretty sure 3.26 news is at the end of this month, they said, at the latest, right? I just have ziggurats if you want to buy those. Molten Strike of Zenith. I don't know if Molten Strike of Zenith is like a blaster for mapping. It's more of like a bosser, right? But that could work too. I don't know anything about it. It just has a really high top end for scaling. There's Viper Strike of the Mamba. Someone's talking about that. Mamba is pretty good too. How often you get fracturing shards? I don't know how to like put a number on that. I think I've gotten 3 fracturing shards within... Not shards, 3 fracturing orbs within maybe like 50 maps. I don't think that those numbers are correct at all, though. I don't like track anything. All my filters are on my website. I don't know if the filter command is on YouTube, but for sure you just use the RF command. Go to my website and you can get my filter. In fact, since there's a lot of newer users, I'm gonna just plug my website and explain real fast for you guys. So here's what you do. Step 1, you just use the RF command. After you use the RF command, there's going to be a website link, and it's going to take you to pox.net. When you're on pox.net, there's a lot of different things you can do here. So, prime example, right here under miscellaneous, there's a filter tab. You just click it, and it sends you to my website, or well, my account on PoE, where you can find all my filters. I recommend you just stick with the normal ones here. I would not go down deep into these. These are separate ones. Then, from here also, you have step-by-step crafting and an FAQ. For example, like say you're lacking dexterity, you can use this to troubleshoot your issues. Of course, if you are newer and you want to start the league, you have the Chieftain written guide, the Chieftain video guide, and the Chieftain walkthrough. This is probably one of the best sources I could provide. But the website helps you with pretty much everything that you need. How many zigs do I have? 13. Curious if it's better to farm Harby for fracturing shards or like just farming Strand. You can always message POHX as well. POHX. How do you get all white socket? You got a double corrupt. Not really an ideal corruption, it's just something that works. I'll buy all 13. Okay, what are they going for? In bulk? Wait, how did he just heal? He just healed the full. What? Spine bow. The high quality, let's fracture. You use 70 each. Sure. I don't know what the price is, so I'm just going off of what you're suggesting or saying. I can do that. $60-80 or dumping them for 40 each. Yeah, I think people pay more when they're in bulk, just because T17s can be annoying, so 70 sounds fine for me. Big boom. Yeah, let me finish this map. It'll be like maybe 2-3 minutes, and then I'm good. You're alive. I'm so happy. Alive for a long time, my dude. I'm happy you're alive too. Someone said you died. Why are you believing random people on the internet? What are you talking about? I didn't stream for 1 day and you thought I died? What? Do I have to do math here? Let's see. I'll just believe you. Internet's a weird place. It really is. Despite 700k plus EHP, 7k HP, capped res block, I get repped P17. Do you have any advice? This is very generic info. It's hard to talk about this. EHP is not a good metric for anything. I personally think max hit is much more important than EHP. So that's kind of like step one, is you have to see where your max hits are, and then you have so many more things to cover across the board. What's your fizz max hit? What's your fizz mitigation? Do you have fizz taken as X element? What is your spell suppression? What is your actual max res? Not just capped LE res, but like actual capped res. You have critical strike damage reduction. You know, what other forms of damage reduction are you running, such as like endurance charges, flesh and stone. There's just like so many things across the board. If you're trying to like face tank tier 17 content, that is a question that I can't even really answer off the top of my head, because there's just a million things that can go wrong. Like my character right now would be okay in T17s. I would absolutely get one shot from time to time though. I'm not tanky enough to face tank like multi-damage modded T17 maps. Ooh. T17s are like a huge step up in the game from T16s. Monumental in terms of difficulty. So being immortal there is very, very tricky. Watch a Shieldcraft clip for recovery today. TY for that, no problem. Back on the Earl Grey tea, it's nice. So the defense and offense tab. No, please, dude. I don't think offense tab does anything for you. It's just auto attack. If you want tooltip, it's 271k. I understand it's quite normal to get one shot. In T17 content, yes. Does Hexbloom come from your right ring slot? Hexbloom is a support gem that's on punishment. You get ward from? My shield, it's fallen. The ward doesn't really do anything. Mageblood drop. Yo, nice job, dude. That's sick. Nothing like drinking some morning tea with some Harby blasting. It's the best. Coffee and blasting time. I did buy some more espresso beans, but I don't know if I'm on coffee yet. I'm trying to not go that route. I like the tea. I mean, I like the coffee too, but I like the tea. Your Harbies are well cooked. Oh, the Harby is well cooked. Yeah, I see, I see. You remember that really unhappy point in your life when you cut out coffee? It wasn't unhappy. That's not what happened. It's I got really sick. Like I was super sick. Because I was super sick, I couldn't drink caffeine for a week. And at that point I was like, you know what? I've been functioning without coffee. Why not just try tea? And then it just worked. Are we only allowed to create one character in the league? No, you can have as many characters as you want. It's based off your account. Unhappy equals sick. You're not wrong, I was very unhappy. I cannot stand getting sick now. It's fucking horrible, bro. Oh. When I was younger, I would want to get sick because I'm like, oh yeah, I can stay home and play video games. No, see, now that I play video games for a living, I don't ever want to get sick. It's horrible. Holy. I think it's also because I don't really ever go outside, so I don't build up any, like, immunity towards anything anymore. So when I do get sick eventually, it's bad, dude. It's not good. Can you recommend an all-arounder straightforward build? I couldn't do Ubers this league as RF, and I want to try something else. I haven't really played that much that would scale to Ubers per se. I know I played All Lightning of Orbiting Hierophant. That's definitely way better at Ubers than RF. I don't have like a build guide for you or anything. A lot of the time the whole straightforward build comes down to how well designed the actual guide is rather than the skill, right? Someone in my chat said Frostblades. I thought Frostblades was poo-poo single target. They changed that? of Catabasis. There you go. I like power charge stacking Stormbrand. Insane DPS with 0 EHP. There you go. Chain hook. Oh, okay, bud. I recommend minions for a noob. I don't know. I feel like for new players, if you want success, 99% of it boils down to the build guide that you're following, if you want me to be completely honest. So I would say follow anything with a guide that feels like it fits for you, right? Because you could take, like, what people say is that people say RF is the most, like, brain-dead, beginner-friendly skill. This is not true, right? If you tried to play RF without a guide and you didn't know what you're doing, you would just die repeatedly, non-stop, 24/7. You would have to, like, put all of the puzzle pieces together to get to the point of simplicity that I have done for other people, right? So, genuinely, like, I feel that the guide and the progression of the guide is what helps new players so much more. Because if you just take an overpowered skill, like, what is overpowered this league, right? Kinetic Blast Mines, right? Is that what people are playing? Something like that? Or Lightning Strike Trickster, for example. They level with, like, KB Mines and then they pivot into, like, LS Trickster. If you play LS Trickster without the gear, it's just bad. And if you try to play, like, KB Mines without knowing what you're doing, you're also probably going to be bad. So it's one of those things where the progression in... puzzle blocks. The progression of your build is, like, so important for success, right? I know Garatha does a lot of good guides. I could recommend Garatha's content for sure. I know he played a lot of, like, Retaliation Glad. That was pretty good. Chat could help recommend. If you're on YouTube and you peep into my Twitch chat, you'll see people giving recommendations. That's really good. Would Headhunter or Mageblood be better for this character? Always Mageblood. Headhunter is more like a meme item for RF. But Mageblood on RF is kind of wasted unless you just really like the build. You also have to be smart about what you're doing with it. Can you run T17 with items that are on you? My current character could tackle T17s, yeah. I would like to get more damage, though, which would come from a better amulet and a better weapon. That'd be like a big boost in damage. Carrion Golem Necro. Oh yeah, I remember when that was meta. Holy. That was a while ago. Why do you lose the fire trap? Because I don't need it anymore in this version of my build. We use Hateful Accuser to create an explode, and then I can explode bosses. Wonder who the easiest Uber is for RF. need someone who doesn't move a lot. Exarch? No way. Uber Exarch is fucked, bro. Maybe Cortex. Might be Cortex. I don't know. I tried to do Uber Exarch and SSF, and when I got to the first, like, the ball phase with the ad, that ad just fucking annihilated me. And I don't know. The balls just were insane. Elder? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Not really sure. I have very limited experience doing Ubers because I don't really do them very often. My builds aren't designed well for them, and I don't really want anything from them outside of maybe like Progenesis, Oriat's End. Actually, I don't want Oriat's End on RF Chieftain, but Progenesis, Oriat's End, and the last one would be like Uber Exarch boots. Any news on New League? I think they said towards the end of this month they'll drop something. Did not understand Hateful Accuser. What is that? Do you have a video? You have to go date back of like 6 months in my channel, but I have many videos explaining it, yes. If you read the ring, Hateful Accuser, you can see all my gear on the left. You use the penance mark, and then you explode them to trigger explode damage on bosses. It does require specific setup. You cannot just buy the ring and plug it in. It'd be fun to see you push the Ubers. It's just, the problem with pushing the Ubers with RF is like RF Chieftain is just not good for Ubers, so I don't know. I would have to like, I could make a different RF build like what Lance does. Lance makes like Guardian, I think. Something like that would probably make more sense. Make the RF Chieftain to farm for the RF Guardian, you know?
I cannot carry this.
If you could sign with your autograph on a Divine Orb and trade it with people, that would be awesome. Then you could make a hideout with all the different signatures. I don't even have a signature. It's not something that you will always do that will stimulate you. No. Taking my build where it's weakest and forcing it to do that content is the opposite for me, unfortunately. I know what I enjoy in PoE, and that's kind of what I focus on it. Ah, yes, RMT. I mean, that wouldn't really be RMT unless people monetized it, which people would. It's just a cool idea. Not all cool ideas have to be shut down with that, right? You think about swapping Penance Mark for Ball Breach? No, that's just objectively worse. There's no harm in running Ball Breach, but you don't need to trade Penance Mark for Ball Breach. Our endurance charges are automated. You want to annoy Node, and then you get endurance charges on kill. That's a good roll. I'm early into mapping. How do you get big booms with Hinakora consistently? So, do you see this here? This map had 6,000 monsters in it. As you get later into the game, right, and you start scaling map modifier effect, spoiler, this will kill you faster, and you start getting things like, I don't have them now, but like shrines, or you're using scarabs for density, you're rolling your maps higher quality, you're getting more pack size, you're fitting in altars. Altars for me is when RF Chieftain really pops off. Basically, the more mobs that are in your map, the more your explodes are going to pop off because you're killing more mobs, right? So as you get to higher map density, your build will actually scale better, which is kind of funny because most builds don't work like that, right? So with this instance, we just stack more and more and more monsters to trigger more and more explosions. Honestly, so for early mapping, what you can do is you can actually just grab an Infernal Cry instead of Enduring Cry. And every time you come across like a blue pack, you can just tap your Infernal Cry. And when you kill one mob, it should trigger Explode the pack. It's not nearly as good as Chieftain Explode, but it helps with damage early game. Can you show your Atlas tree? Sure. This tree is on my website, though. It's under the Harby Beyond. I need mirror shards. No, I gotta run a lot more maps for a consistent mirror shard. Maybe I'd find one like on my way to 100. Fizzle. Thought it would be more difficult. Nope. Because I still have the same thing as you, you know? All my damage on Explode comes from that node. That's it. But you'll notice that my Explodes occur very frequently. And it's solely just because of more monsters, right? Like, watch. Explode, explode. Right? Let's walk over here. No Explode. But the Beyond spawning, wait. Still no Explode, wait. Something just triggered there because I saw them all die at the same time. Can I go full block without the shield, Fallen, and keep Fire Trap? Can I go full block without the shield, Fallen, and keep the Fire Trap? Well, yeah, isn't that just a block based in my POV? Are you looking at my POV? You're confusing me a little bit. Also not nicer. I thought I got a tink. If you're new and you're playing my build, highly recommend you stick to that POV and you do not deviate from it. How rare is getting a mirror chart? I just got 2. Really rare. Really rare. Did this wrong, but that's okay. Put the backtrack a little. Actually, no, never mind. This is a dead end. We're good. Are you still thinking about cast when it's done? Yeah, I forgot because I didn't stream yesterday. But I do want to look at it, so I think next week, Monday, I'll probably look more into it. Which was good because I was confused. Bro, your POB has 7 types. I am not new, but I follow your progress, and the 200k jump in HP was awesome. You're welcome. I'm confused because you just asked about the block base section, so I'm just gonna stop and open up my POB because I don't know how to answer your question from before. So you asked, can you go block, keep Fire Trap, and not use Fallen, right? So all you gotta do, right? You just go yoink the POB from right here. Just copy that, put it in, and then all you have to do is you just look at going block-based, because this is what you asked. And there's your POB. You're block-based, it doesn't have Fallen, and you keep Fire Trap. You changed it a few days ago. I have not updated this POB in close to 8 months, because nothing has updated with Settlers. Your gameplay. I don't know what you're saying, but sorry. I tried. What typically happens to new uniques like Fallen in future leagues? They add them to like some form of new drop, or if they're way too OP, they just like don't. your gameplay when you get this fallen. Your question was, I think he's saying your gameplay isn't the same as POB. That's not what his question was. His question was, can I play Fire Trap with block-based and not use the shield? So I answered that and then I showed him. If he's asking a different question, he has to clarify that and I can help him with that. But I can only help people who are trying to, like, convey this, right? I can't, like, guess for them. So if you do a little bit more work into asking your question, I'll be more than happy to answer you.
I cannot do this yet. My mana is gone.
We played new season of Project Diablo 2? Yep. Yeah, I plan on playing that on Friday. SSF. No, I want to play with friends. I don't think I could enjoy Diablo 2 in an SSF setting. You have more than just the 2 jewels from the going block-based POV at the moment. Do you have more than just the 2 jewels from going block-based POV? I don't know what that means. This character is not POV. This character is an actual character. What exactly does that mean? % is probably fine. Oop. Question irrelevant. Yeah, you can't play like a POB character. You can only make it. If you want my actual character, you can go to my profile and yoink it. I have 900k tooltip. A guy at 700k, he was melting monsters much faster than me. He said it's because he has a 100% chance to ignite. That's a meme. That's not how it works. You don't need 100 ignite. Having like 30, 40 ignite is more than enough for mapping. If you're Hateful Accuser, you push closer to 100. Now, if you have no ignite on your character, that's a problem. We always have ignite in our build. T1 mod. We'll take it. Do you do character checks? Nope. Not right now. I'm too burnt out of like answering questions. I don't really want to stop and try to fix people's builds. Like truly, like honestly, this is what the website is for. The website is meant to help players troubleshoot their problems along with like all the resources I provide. This genuinely should be enough for people. When we're closer to like actual PoE League starts, I am more likely to help people. But right now, I kind of want to just do my own thing, right? I saw 10 years of pain across your face when you read that question. Because like we have Ignite in our build, so I'm confused, right? Like we use the Ignite craft on our weapon, we take Ignite nodes on the tree, it's talked about, so. Every pack he touches was instantly melting. That has nothing to do with what you're saying. Like, higher Ignite doesn't make more Chieftain pops. You're like, I don't know what kind of conclusion you're trying to draw, but it's not correct. Ignite only affects your Fire Trap, but you don't throw Fire Traps when you're clearing. And it only affects the explosion from the Chieftain Ascendancy. It does not do anything else. There's no secret hidden mechanic of, like, Ignite making your pops happen more or Ignite increasing your RF damage. The guy was probably just like more geared than you. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, it could easily be a map mod issue. Like, map mod is a big thing. If one guy runs a map with 109% monster life and 140% life as ES, like, yeah, it's going to take you a lot longer to kill versus another situation. Comparing tooltip is only accurate if you're doing the exact same content. If you're not doing the exact same content to a T, tooltip is not helping, right? So that dude was memeing you. I want to go full block without glancing blow, and I want to see if you can do it without this fallen and keep the single target. Your character, you have 240k HP more than mine, and the change to block without glancing blow, keystone. So I don't think it is worth it for you to go full block without fallen. The reason why I don't think it's worth it is because you can only hit the block cap of 75, right? That's it. Fallen allows you to hit the block cap of 65, but you roll lucky. If you want to try going true block, you, in my opinion, don't go for full 75, right? What I recommend you do is instead, you take Wall of Steel, and that's it. Because Wall of Steel is like 3 block, 10% block. You can take the Mastery, and you can run Tempest Shield. Sorry for tiring you out with the questions. No, you don't have to apologize for it. It's just, there's 2 different ways I can help, right? There's A, I can answer questions, which I'm more than happy to, or B, I can stop gameplay and like sift through POVs for the whole stream, but that's just not what I want to do. I'd rather answer questions than sit and kind of sift through a POV. I don't know, I just don't want to do that, right? The more information I create, the more helpful guides I make, written guides, website, YouTube tutorials, tips, tricks, the less I want to stop playing the game. Because once I stop playing Path of Exile and I have to go do something else, that's when I start to kind of burn out. But when I'm, when I can blast my Harbinger content and I can answer questions, that's fine for me, right? It's the physical stopping that makes me not want to do it. That's actually why I created the website and everything else, so that when I'm busy, right, or like say the maps are really rippy or I have to pay more attention, I just tell people happily, like, hey man, I can't answer your question right now. Don't forget about the website. Like, go check it out. That's what it's going to help you with, right? For sure. And also, genuinely, my brain is not in like RF mode. I know that doesn't make any sense to anyone, but it's like not in RF mode. When we're closer to a league start, I've like built a new POB. I've refreshed myself with a lot of stuff. I did a fresh campaign run. So I'm in like the mindset for helping people. Right now I'm in the mindset for blasting, logging in, and annihilating Harbingers. 4,000 monsters a map. That totals to about 10,000 monsters a minute. It actually doesn't, but just go with me there. Is this 16 or 17? This is 16. I don't really like blasting 17s. It's kind of exhausting. There's like too many mods to sift through. You need a 2-page regex. The bosses are kind of annoying, so I just like T16 blasting. I mean, the 2-page regex is 100% true. Like, that's not even a meme.
I cannot carry this.
Please give your website multiple language choices. Just use Chrome and translate. No? Doesn't that work?
Our illustrious
Oh,
champion
graphic.
returns.
Thanks for 10 months.
Welcome home.
I'm glad my friend told me about your private league. I was taking a break from PoE, but now I am back. I know Legacy isn't really used on Chieftain, but is it worth it to use until I find a good pair of regen boots? No, they don't help you at all. The Scorch doesn't really do anything. I guess the Explode kind of helps you, but I guess since they're really, really, really cheap, there's no harm in just trying it, but I feel like they're kind of wasted, but it definitely will help stuff. I you playing with the Storm the other day. How did that go down? That was fine. Somehow the power didn't go out, to be honest. Wild. Usually goes out like every single time there's a storm. Is it good to use the Explode Fire Mastery? No. The Explode Fire Mastery I'll give you a paint visual of how it looks. So this is the Explode Fire Mastery. You see that dot? So this is a pack of mobs. So if you hit that Explode Mastery here at the beginning of the pack, at the most, it's going to hit like this of the pack, right? I'm going to show you the Chieftain Explode Mastery. Or the Chieftain Explode Ascendancy. Okay, that's like... this is an example of my explode. So I hit the pack, and the whole pack will explode. So I know that you look at it, and you're like, okay, it's another form of explode. That's good. But the Chieftain Explode, when it goes off, is insane, right? And I don't even know if these nodes scale with AoE. I know Chieftain's for sure does, right? I don't like Fire Trap. Look at my bar, there's no Fire Trap. Let me actually run a Blood Aqueduct and try to... Actually, there's no way I can, like... I can try to just pop the mobs and... Okay, did you see that? You see this the size of the explosion? Watch.
I cannot do this yet.
Do you see it? How big it is? Proxy, get here. Kill with shield charge? I could do that too, yeah. Sure. It's crazy. It's crazy large. It's not like the Ascendance or the Mastery. The Mastery is tiny. You could just try it and see. If you don't notice something immediately, I would just stop using it. Sometimes it's okay to run, but it's very lackluster, so I don't think it really makes that big of a difference. Does the Mastery Explode trigger the Hinekora one? That's not how it works. They're separate. I mean, you can trigger both at the same time, but it doesn't matter if you trigger both at the same time. The Chieftain Explode's going to just override anyway, so it doesn't really do anything. They don't influence each other in any type of way. They're rolled separate on every mob. Do spells used by Fallen make a big difference? Well, in this setup, they're just quality of life. So the quality of life... Well, actually, is this Starfall Crater? Oh, it is. Yeah, here. Look, you can see exactly what I do now. Watch. Watch. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to use Penance Mark on the boss. This. And when he hits me, he is going to trigger Fallen because I block. And Fallen is automatically applying Stormbrand. And Stormbrand is hitting the target. And every time I hit, I generate Phantasms because of Penance Mark. Right? So watch what happens. He hits me, I block. Right? When I block, I trigger Penance Mark. Or not Penance Mark, I trigger the Phantasms, and then all I have to do is kill the Phantasms, and then I roll the Chieftain Explode. Right? So there's the Explode, for example. Fallen automates that. If I was not using Fallen there, I would also need to cast Stormbrand. I don't want to have to cast, like, extra buttons, right? I also get, like, permanent Consecrated Ground because I'm using Purifying Flame in there as well.
I'm finally starting to enjoy myself.
This damage would be, like, a lot better if I had a proper weapon and amulet, but it is what it is, so...
Crave this!
Like there, I hit him with the pop and he phased instantly. That feels bad.
I think you'll appreciate this one. Ah, I can truly fight at full strength against you. You fight well. partake of this bounty.
Oh, another's fallen. Okay. Another is fallen.
I cannot do this yet.
What? I'm a bit confused. What exactly and how does consecrated ground help? If you check it in the motherfucker. Okay, hold on. Let me get out of this spot because I can't move because of the stupid Starfall Crater. The consecrated ground is a buff that provides you with massive regen, and I think reduced effective curses too. A quick Google search will explain exactly what it does. It gives you % max life regen and some other various effects. I think it's just curse effect reduction. Those are actually okay. They're 18 chaos res. Or that of dropping mines and going Scorching Ray. You mean dropping Trap, aka Fire Trap and Scorching Ray? Scorching Ray is objectively just worse in every single angle. It does less damage, it's channeling, and the damage has to ramp. I thought it was a DPS increase. If you're Inquisitor, it is. If Scorching Ray was better, I would consider using it, but it's not. Do you guys drink tea or coffee in the morning? I hate my job. I would love to hit the lottery and never work again. Yeah, I can't say anything about that, but I did have a friend who won the lottery and then went broke like a month later, but we won't talk about that. I drink water, coffee, beer, Mountain Dew. Holy. We got a spectrum of answers there. Mountain Dew. How much did they win? You know, I don't actually know the amount. I just remember how crazy the tax was on it. It was a lot, though. It was enough to buy 2 houses. Why they bought 2 houses? Don't ask me. I think that's just what people do when they win the lottery. They just have to splurge, you know? I like both, but I prefer tea. I think I prefer coffee, but tea makes me feel, like, better. I don't know, it's weird. When I drink coffee, I notice I get coffee withdrawals. Well, when I drink tea, I don't get withdrawals. The grandma won 3 mil in the lottery. It's actually funny, it was also my friend's grandma. Or their granddad? Didn't really know them that well. I sleep 4 to 5 hours without coffee, I can't function. Oh, yeah, I'm somewhere around, I think I sleep like 6 to 7 hours now. Which I'm actually happy about. Yeah. I like sleeping less, for sure. You know if I have to get to Kingsmarch to a specific level to get Starfall Craters? No, you just need to run T16 maps. What withdrawals do you get? I get a massive, I don't know if it's like a migraine or a headache, but it's almost like I'm hungover, but there's no alcohol. If I don't drink by, let's see. So I usually drink my caffeine at around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. If I don't consume caffeine when I'm on coffee and it goes past noon, maybe like 1 p.m., I'm like fucked for the day. Like, even if I drink caffeine after, it does not fix it. But it's not like a one-day thing, right? It's when I was on coffee for a long time, and then I pivoted from coffee to tea. It took me a little bit, but then I was okay. But then I went back to coffee for a while, and then I stopped, and immediate fucking headaches, like crazy. Sounds like you have a drug addiction. What do you mean it's just coffee, bro? It's caffeine. Migraines involve sound and light sensitivity. So interestingly enough, I get sensitive to light if I don't have caffeine. Is that whack? That is a drug. Okay, but like, you know, when we talk about drug addiction, we don't talk about coffee, okay? You should only get headaches the first week or two. Yeah, I don't last that long though, bro. If it's been like a week or two, like I'm not talking to anybody. What type of tea do you like? I think I like all types of tea, but primarily I drink black teas. Caffeine is actually the biggest drug addiction in the world. Look, I'm not disagreeing, but usually when I hear like a drug addiction and withdrawals from drugs, I'm thinking like really bad things. I'm not thinking like caffeine that I can technically just like stop after a few days and everything's okay, you know? Sugar is the biggest addiction. You gonna tell me sugar is a drug now too? It is. I get pissed off if I get my first caffeine after 12. A drug is anything that changes your body-brain chemistry. I mean, have you ever seen some people when they're on the sugar, bro? It's, ooh. I guess it depends on what you would do for a cup of coffee. Ahmed Earl Grey, you should try it. I actually drink that brand of tea. I'm having Ceylon from them. Yeah. It's actually funny, too, because they spell their name the same way I do. Because my name is Ahmed with an A. It's great. Usually Ahmed is spelled with an E. Ahmed tea is fantastic. It's so wild that I've like never really met anyone with the same name as me because I don't really speak to anyone from like my family. I don't really bump into people randomly who are just like Middle Eastern, right? But then the one time I find someone who has the same name as me, I don't actually like know them. I just consume their product. So it's really, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Is that a divine? Oh, thank good music. Give me. Steak. I was on, is it Irish Breakfast? Irish Breakfast was pretty good. Can you show us your pilfering ring? Sure, it's not that good. Do you have any Arabic roots? Well, I mean, my family, like, speaks Arabic. My father is Lebanese. My mother is Somalian. But from my father's side, the dad is Saudi Arabian, which is what I am. I can speak a little bit of Arabic, like, Ana Ahmed Kifik. It's like, you know, my name's Ahmed, how are you doing? I don't know, I can't really... I could pick up Arabic really easily because I know a lot of the words, but I can't, like, put a sentence together unless I think about it for, like, a little bit, right? So, I don't think, like, Arabic is hard for me to learn at all because it's been around my whole life. But I just don't really, like, speak it, write it, or read it. One day in my life, though, I want to fluently, I don't know about speak, I want to be able to read it. If you can read a language, can you also speak the language? Is that a thing? Can you learn to read it without learning to speak it? You should be able to, right? Or you... Right. I mean, if you're going to learn to read it, you may as well learn to speak it, though, right? Yeah, but you would pronounce things wrong. That's true. Because I wanna learn, let's see, Arabic, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and I think Korean. Maybe not Korean. Definitely Chinese and Japanese, though. At some point. I'll wait for my midlife crisis. No problem. I got lots of activities stored for when that happens.
My money is gone.
Japanese has like 4 different written languages or something. Well, if I can learn to read one, then at least I can get some information. That way, whenever I play my Warcraft 3 custom games that aren't translated, I can just translate them myself. No problem, dude. I mean, like, realistically, I don't need to learn how to read that much. Like, if I can just learn the numbers of the languages, like counting to 100, and then some basic communication skills, I'll be good to go. Japanese isn't as bad when it comes to intonation as Chinese, but learning is a lot. Okay, I mean, one thing at a time, right? We'll just figure it out one thing at a time. It's fine. Reading Arabic and Japanese are one of the hardest in the world. Like, bro, it's not even letters. I've never tried reading Arabic, but I mean, like, again, I can speak Arabic a little bit, right? For sure, I can speak, and if I was dropped into the Middle East, right, because that's where I was born, I'm sure I could get by. It'd just be really fucking crude, right? Like, I wouldn't really, you know, like, I could understand enough to know what they're saying, but no specifics. You want to learn languages just for Warcraft 3 customs? Yeah, why not? I mean, there's more useful habits than that, but that's my drive to learn them. I mean, here's the thing. When I was a kid, I played Warcraft 3, and my dad said, whatever you do, don't ever go on the BattleNet, because you're not allowed to. So the first thing I did is I went on BattleNet, and anytime my dad would walk into my, like, room that I was playing, I would just fucking turn off the PC and stare at a blank screen. Somehow, after doing that for 5 years, my dad never really understood what I was doing. Pretty sure he just thought I was dumb or there was something wrong with me, which would honestly make sense as to how he treated me for so long. But that's another topic, though. So anyway, though, moving on. I played Warcraft when I was a little kid, when I wasn't even allowed to, like, access the internet. I played Warcraft when I was in elementary school. I played Warcraft when I was in middle school. I played it when I was in high school. And now I take days off my stream to play it with the boys. You didn't hear me say that. Anyway, I love Warcraft 3. It's a big part of my life that's never going to go away, right? So because it's never going to go away, and I just keep playing it, why not just capitalize on it, right? He knew. I don't think he knew, because my dad would punish me very severely, but he would never do that. I genuinely think my dad just thought I was dumb. I don't think there's anything more to it than that. Why is my son just staring at a blank fucking computer screen every time I walk in the room? Why don't you play Warcraft with the boys on stream? Because it's not the same. The banter's not the same. I have to make sure some people are, like, filtered because they say stuff that's like that I don't really want the stream to hear. People are gonna take things the wrong way. Anytime things get good, somebody's gonna be like, "Hey Pox, I know you're playing Warcraft 3 right now, but I have a question about Righteous Fire," and it's not the same. That's all. It just is what it is, right? Also, the other problem is that there's gonna be like 150 people watching, and don't get me wrong, that's cool for those 150 people. But the problem is that literally hurts the stream. It's legitimately better. It's legitimately better that I don't stream, have my fun, come back, and then play it. I think it's harder to get into WoW than it was before. Yeah, so for clarification, I'm talking about actual Warcraft 3, right? Not World of Warcraft, like Warcraft 3 custom game. Maybe there's a scene for it. I mean, there's no scene for it. Sorry. I was going to say maybe there's a scene for when we go play Warcraft 3 ladder, which very well maybe a thing. Stream that content on YouTube and not Twitch. Then that kills the... No. That's not any better. Then YouTube is just going to be there. What do you mean? The solution is to accept that Mr. Streamer needs some days off to go play video games with his friends. That's the solution. And you will like it, and you will be happy about it. You'll like it, and you'll be happy. Yesterday, let me see, where is this in general? I'll show you something funny. Here, look. This is from yesterday in another Discord. This is the dev of like a Warcraft game I play, and the dev pinged me and said join or there's consequences. And he said if you don't join, I'm gonna go into my code and set if player name equal pox, set drop chance to -20. He didn't actually do it, but it's just like a meme. I don't know. It's just really it's really funny. I have good humor with my friends that I play with, you know? It's just the way it is. You play with Grubby? No, Grubby plays more like Warcraft ladder. That's actually what I want to get into though. At some point we're gonna play some actual Warcraft ladder. That stuff I'll stream, right? That I'll absolutely stream. And the reason why I'll stream it is because I won't have time to answer questions because I'll be too busy blasting, right? Custom games over ladder? Yeah, but how do I mean, I already kind of explained this. There is nothing to... You can't grow in custom game. I've been streaming custom games on and off for 13 years, and all it does is hurt my channel. There's just literally no growth involved. Ladder can be fun, you can learn, you can build a community around it. It's not a very big community, but there are people who are interested. Also, people who are watching my content can kind of understand those a little bit more, because nobody knows what the hell is happening when they're watching custom game. Nobody knows what's going on. I love custom games, don't get me wrong, but you gotta find a balance, you know? Something I wish I could explain more, but until people stream for a living, it's really hard to explain how you as a content creator decide what you're gonna stream that hurts you and what you're gonna stream that helps you, right? Even players don't know what's going on in customs. I mean, true. What about the new Doom game? Never looked at it, don't know. Give me a sec. I click stuff and hope for the best at customs. Good old customs. Alright, let's go. It's always tricky, right? Streaming is funny because if you really like what you do, you want to share your experiences with everyone because that's just fun. But then you realize, like, if your stream becomes your job and you want to actually grow in the category, and not just grow, but like you want to keep it as your job, you have to be smart and responsible about it, right? Like, you have to be smart and responsible. Otherwise, you will lose a following that you build over X amount of time. And it's sad because at the end of the day, like, you want to just have fun and share your experiences with everyone, but Unfortunately, that is not what pays the bills, and that's not what puts food on the table, right? And if you really like what you do and you want to keep doing it, you got to be responsible about it, right? That's just the way it goes, you know? Everything good comes with a price. I think it's too late to get into the league. I think the league has died down a lot, but I would definitely recommend starting in the league over maybe like Settlers that's been out for like 11 months. Oh, sure, I'll take that. It's always funny, whenever there's like crazy lag, there's always a thing. Can I lag again? Not a streamer, but it sounds like best course of action. Pick something that you can grow big enough, even in a niche category to stream. You think that's a true assumption? So there's honestly a lot of different ways to pursue content creation here. What I did, right? What I did when I was starting out, and you can, I don't know if you can really still do this, you probably can. The first thing I did is I found a lot of games that I thought had potential that I enjoyed, and I made so much YouTube content on them. And back then, it was cool because I didn't really have a following anyway, so I'd get, you know, like 500 views to maybe 2,000. So there was no, like, dead streamer, fell off content, blah, 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 whatever, right? And then when those games took off, example, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, Last Epoch, those videos that were 2 years old massively shot up in view count because I was the only one who made content on them, right? So that's where a lot of my initial following came from. Arcade, if anyone remembers me from Arcade, it was the same thing, right? So I kind of set myself up for success doing that, and I should have still continued to do that, but it kind of got to me because people would just be like, oh my god, you know, content creator made a video and it only has like 500 views, you fell off, bro, what happened? Like, I can't believe you would post content like, and it's just like stupid, like. But that stuff gets to you, especially when you read it like every day, right? But now I don't make nearly as much content, but at the same time, I'm in a unique position where other content creators are not as lucky as I am, where I have this massive RF following. But it's not just RF though, I have like people who always are rediscovering me from something that I've created content on before, right? Maybe make a Pox 2 channel. No, I don't want to put more work into streaming. Managing a second channel is more work. 100% more work. Second channel for me is just never the option. The option is to treat my stream partially as a business, because that's genuinely how it is, right? And on top of that, it's the safer thing to do, because I still stream a lot when games are booming, right? When I have like a nice game to stream, I will put a ton of content on, right? And when it's not, I just stream less hours, do less work, and have more fun. And that's okay, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? We're just a number on a sheet. You're not just a number on a sheet. I know a lot of people. What about a third channel explaining why a second channel isn't a good idea? I don't think it works that way. I tried streaming, no plans to start again. I found I enjoyed watching more. I'd rather support and just hang out. Yeah, streaming, it really is an amazing, wonderful opportunity, right? If you're doing a solo dolo, no team, no editors, second channel is pretty rough. Yeah, I completely solo everything I do. I mean, I have a big community, right? Don't get me wrong, but everything I do is solo. Make a second channel in case you get hacked again. Okay, that's even worse. How about I just, you know, how about I just don't click a malicious link that I made a mistake on? There, easy clap. I have learned I will never consume alcohol and look at my business emails ever again. Put a baby lock on your PC when you have a drink. That's what I should start doing. When I don't access my PC for 5 hours, I should make it go to the home screen, and the title of it should say, like, "Are you drunk?" Like, that's what it should say. Are you drunk? If yes, you cannot play on the PC. Go home. Go do something else. Do you rate viewer builds? Closer to, like, on league starts? Not really right now. I don't have the energy to do that, sorry. Good idea for texting as well. Don't get drunk and text. That's okay. I don't use my phone, so that's not a problem. Phones are like a meme for me, so not at all. So hot. What is Fallen going for right now? 5 Divine, okay. I don't remember anything about boats, sadly. No idea. What you got? Like 17 mil for max rewards. Is that what it was? I thought it was a little less, but I actually literally don't remember much from Settlers. While setting up the 4 passive cluster, I always pick Flow of Life, but the other passive, what is best? Student of Decay, Brush with Death, Burning Bright. There's a lot of good stuff. How about you never drink again because drinking is worse for you than most drugs, but normalized because it's easier to legalize? How about I just kind of do whatever I want? Thanks. You don't pay my sub, you can't tell me what to do. I think every single living person has bad habits they do, and having people just eliminate their bad habits is like never really gonna happen. How it is. I think you should do what makes you happy in life, as long as it's not affecting other people in a negative way. Ooh, a wand with dot multi. Kind of nice. I make my own wine. It's impossible to stop unless you ban fruit and sugar. Did I miss something where Fire Trap isn't a single target anymore? This is the endgame version you can find on the website. It's the Hateful Accuser version. You don't have to do this, but I think that this is the bang for your buck budget version that can still, like, do very high tier content. You know why I like alcohol? Because I drink alcohol for a very different reason than everyone else, and what I'm gonna share with the class may not go over well. I usually like keep this stuff to myself because I don't really know how to explain it, but I'll go ahead and do it, right? So I don't drink often. I don't even drink once a week. I don't even drink once every 2 weeks. Maybe I drink like once every 3 weeks, once a month. Maybe like I'll get trendy and I'll drink like once a week. I don't have more than like 3 to 5 shots of whiskey, closer to like 3, especially if I don't drink a lot at the time. But when I drink because I want perspective on things. Okay? So what does that mean? If I, you know, am on stream and I am like bored and I don't have the best day and like life is just like a little bit boring and there's not really anything for me to do, I'm just bored, I'll drink a little bit, right? Why? Because when I drink, immediately my brain remembers and thinks about things in a completely different manner, right? I am super happy-go-lucky. I'm never upset. I'm never mad. I'm never gloomy. I am like giddy, laughy all the time. Every single time. Every time. When that happens, I just kind of get like a refresher, because sometimes in life you get stuck and you're just like bored, right? That sounds bad. I don't want to see the perspective of trying crack. See, but why do you do that? Like I try to tell like a personal thing, and you immediately just relate alcohol to like, that sounds bad. I don't want to think of the perspective of trying crack. Like I didn't even finish anything. What? Get out of here. You're clearly just being overly negative. Out. Out. You ruined story time. Out. I still drink, but only doing events. See, I don't understand social drinking, right? I don't understand social drinking, because I would rather just drink at home and play video games. It doesn't make, like, I understand that people socially drink. I just don't get it. Like, I'm cool with drinking if my friends come over, we play video games, and we like drink a little bit and have fun, sure. But like, I have never went to a bar and ordered like a beer. Like, why would I do that? Why would I go pay for some overpriced fucking beer when I could just go get beer to my house and play with my friends? It's peer pressure. Why are you getting peer pressure? You shouldn't do that to yourself. The point I was trying to make is, when I'm bored in my life, right? When I am bored, I just like mixing it up. You know, whether I go for a swim or I go for like, you know, an edible or something else, it just gives me perspective, right? It makes me appreciate the life I have. It makes me appreciate, wow, I have the best job in the world. I literally play video games for a living. Why am I bored? And like, I don't think that that's how alcohol affects most people, but that is literally how my brain works, right? When my brain gets like hardwired and like some drug enters my system, it literally makes me appreciate what I have in life. That's what drinking does for me. It literally does the exact opposite of other people, right? They say alcohol amplifies your emotions. People are sad, they drink, they get sad. It has never done that for me. Never. Like, I shit you not, I could literally get my channel hijacked right now, lose everything in content creation. I would not drink, but if I did drink, right, I would say, you know what? It's okay. You know, we had a good run. I'm happy with where I got. You know, this type of lifestyle couldn't like last forever. I should start thinking about, you know, the future. That would be me on alcohol. It makes no fucking sense, but that is actually what happens to me. I get complete different perspective rather than like sitting in the same slump that I'm in. Not that I'm in a slump, but like in the scenario of my account being hijacked, I lose my Twitch, I lose my YouTube, I lose everything. If I were to get drunk, I would literally just think about it differently in a good way, you know? That's just how it is. Right? It's all about state of mind. You never drink because you're sad. Yeah, no, I drink. I would drink when I'm bored, right? You drink the problems away. But it's not like the same thing, right? It's not the same thing, because like I get it. I know so many people, like sometimes even when I talk to Victoria, you know, she's like, why are you drinking? You sound like, you know, like you got annoyed at something. And I'm like, well, no, it's not that I'm getting annoyed at it. It's that, again, when I drink, I get perspective on things. And then she'll say, like, I don't understand how you can always be so happy. That's just how my brain is under alcohol. Aren't you afraid that it will become a habit? No. I have had, where is it? I have had this bottle of whiskey sitting in my room now for 3 months. It's halfway done. I don't drink a lot. I'm fucking, you know what? You want me to be honest? I'll tell you right now. My dumbass is too fucking cheap to drink every day, right? I have an addictive personality, but my addictive personality will never allow me to spend that much money on alcohol. It doesn't work like that. I just can't, right? It doesn't matter how much money I make. It's the concept of how much money is being spent on poison for my body. I can only give it to myself every so often. So I have great self-control with alcohol because I don't like how any alcohol tastes. I hate how it makes me feel after. I just like the feeling of being tipsy or drunk or like in between, right? It does sound weird, but it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people drink to escape. Yeah, that's the thing, is people turn to alcohol for like people turn to alcohol for bad reasons, and then it just gets a bad rep for that. And I completely get it. You should not ever misuse any form of drug at all for any reason. But at the same time, people will smoke weed. Okay, first off, I guess I can't compare this to smoking weed because they're completely different, so I can't actually use weed, but I don't know what other drug to use. I have no idea what other drug to use because, like, I don't know what to compare alcohol to because the only thing I've ever done is, like, smoked and drank. I've never done anything else really, so, like, I don't know. Because, like alcohol actually can make you do really bad stuff if you misuse it, send you to the hospital. Like, weed's not really going to do that unless you're just really fucking dumb and you start, like, rolling around in the middle of your street and get run over by a car or something. But, yeah. Video games, they had compare alcohol with some stimulants. Can't you just inhale some Stormlight to cure the hangover? I don't know. It's just weird. Like, okay, let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example of PoE. Right now, I'm, like, kind of bored. I'm going to play. I'm kind of having fun. There's no, like, crazy dopamine. We got fracturing shards. I didn't even make a noise. I'm just playing to put in my hours right now. Okay, you know, I don't hate my job. I love it, right? It's just right now, PoE is kind of stale for me, but we're playing because it's kind of fun. Really, I'm having more fun talking with you guys. If I opened the bottle and took 2 fucking sips, this stream would go wild. You know, we'd be blasting. I'd have a smile so big on my fucking face that my cheeks hurt. Dopamine would be dropping left and right. I'd be like, oh my god, there's so much loot. How the fuck do I click this every single map? What is going on? Like everything would just be amplified in a good way. But the thing is going into it, I'm bored. But then after I consume it, the dopamine receptors just go fucking crazy. So that's what I mean. Like, it's different. That's because you don't drink all the time. Maybe that's how it is. Ayo, take a sip. I don't think. I mean, but it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. If I were to drink at 12 o'clock at noon, people would say you're an alcoholic. I just think that drinking alcohol like soda is concerning. No, bro, I can't. No way, dude. No. No. I have literally had this same bottle for... There you go. You want to know how much alcohol I've consumed in 3 months? There you go. 3 months. That's how much I've drank. That's how much I've drank in 3 months. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm in, like, a drinking mood, I could go through this bottle in maybe, like, 3 weeks. If I'm in, like, a drinking mood. Like, that's, like, 3 weeks for me, right? I have never been an alcoholic. I will never have to worry about being an alcoholic. I don't give a fuck about being an alcoholic. Like, I don't have the genes to do that. I can't, bro. Like, my body will be like, stop. I can't function anymore. Like, it doesn't work that way for me. Thought you were going to say 3 hours. No. That's some cheap-ass bourbon. Look, bud. Okay? This bourbon, okay? This bourbon over here is fucking salted caramel bourbon, all right? It's like it smells good. It tastes horrible, but actually it tastes okay. Okay. What did we... Oh, never mind. I completed before. Ancient Orb Gamba, I got 46. You could toss it a belt for fun. You got 46 to toss it a belt?
I cannot do this yet.
Do you have a belt for me? You have an 85 or 86? Alcohol manifests and amplifies, which is already present in the brain of a person, which is sometimes suppressed and hidden. So happy people get happier, whereas depressed people or sad people get more sad. Wait. That being said, alcohol is obviously not good for anyone, but in moderation, its damage is also limited. Yeah. Why not drink wine? I hate it. Yeah, come trade me a belt. I'll do it for you. I don't get happy or sad. Alright, Mr. Edgy. Also, how you doing, Vidu? I saw a few messages, didn't get to read everything out loud. I'm used to you ignoring 90% of what I shitpost. Oh, so you confirm it's shitposting. Got it. I got some banana ice cream pudding. Wait, banana cream pudding moonshine. That sounds good. Do chieftains use fizz conversion as fire when using anger watchers? I don't know. There's an anger's watcher's eye that makes you take fizz as fire. I think that's the other way around. It's physical damage you deal. Okay, I'm gonna go run on the map. The Atlas in the hideout looks cool. Yep. It's whispering a different box. Just make sure you whisper POHX and it will work. Works every time. POHX. Don't try anything else. Didn't they remove those Watcher's eyes with the fizz taken as on purities? Or am I wrong? Not to my knowledge. Really? For some reason I thought they removed them. Am I stupid? Yes, I am. You don't have to jump in the thing yet. Yo, buddy, that's the second time you typed that in the chat. Why are you doing this? You just want me to remove you? Play PoE 2. Not when you talk like that, sorry. Come back tomorrow. You ban someone else? You can just give him like 6 hours or something. It doesn't need to be a long time out. People are very weird, man. Don't understand. You don't need to perma him just for the day. That's like the second time he typed it, so. Just give him like 6 hours. It's fine. Is the Fox only listens to suggestions from T13 subs. That's true. You gotta be a T13 subscriber. What's your playtime? I think I AFK'd a little on this character. 2 days. Actually 61. That's T1. T2. Not bad. Midu, are you done with Druid, or did you play with the boys a little bit earlier? They're close to tier up.
I cannot do this yet. My money is gone.
They've released a patch which buff drops and instantly released a new one which nerfed them. Okay, you're also a misinformation, Andy. It's because it was bugged. The Ooh, actually died here. What the heck? What was that? I mean, all that does is just speed up farming. You're not actually like getting gear out of it, no? Ooh. What is on this map? 100% cold? That's it. What the heck? It's kind of wild. Then they went to play V Rising. Oh, I see. No. Add Harby. GG, please. I want to, like, loot, but... Okay, there we go. He took the weird shrine. I don't think I have any shrine that makes me take extra damage. I don't have a Covetous on my Atlas, if that's what you mean. Oh, like altar? So it, okay, the only thing I could think of is, oh, my res isn't capped. Oh shit, wait, that's real. Oh, that's very bad. I see, okay. So I can't handle Scorch, that's why. Yeah. I cannot handle Scorch. I would need another res roll to handle Scorch. That kind of sucks. You know, actually, I could just replace my life flask with like a Bismuth flask. Not like I used the life flask at all. It would have saved me there for sure. Joining party quests, have tracker. All I remember is like Monster Carnival win trading. Yeah, dude. Any Monster Carnival win traders in the chat? I think Beyond pairs good with Ritual. As long as the Beyond spawn in the middle of the Ritual, then I think so. If they only spawn after, I don't think it really has any synergy. Hope MS Classic will be good. Yeah, what is supposed to be like next year? Someone said. Okay. Yeah, my lightning res is literally 69. Wait, 69? What is my lightning res normal? Oh. Oh, wow, that's terrible. Oh, what the fuck? I can't... Okay. When did my res get so shit? I guess because I don't have a fire res roll here or here, and I'm still using Immortal Flesh. Okay, that's what I see. I see. Alright, I need to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Give me a few minutes. Okay. I also remember what we were doing yesterday. Or the day before. We wanted to see if there were any Conqueror orbs. Crusader? Yeah, fuck that. Any for Chaos? Nope. Redeemer? Nope. Warlord? Oh, there's a Warlord for 180? Give me it. Oh, okay, this is huge, actually, because we have an 85 Stygian here. We can actually just exalt it, make that shit Warlord right now. And then we can now randomize influence here. And we can hit Elder. Okay, I gotta go buy some blue juice. Let's see. Oh, I want blue life force. Looks like the market is like 60 to 1, but people are buying at 88. So what if I buy 85? So like that. Right? That puts 85. That would put me at the top, no? I think that puts me at the top, no? Yeah. Okay, and then people will sell me that. Good, 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 good. Okay. And then we can reforge that, which means we now need fossils and resonators. Pristine fossils are 1 to 2. So that's like 150. That's 2 to 1. Wait, what? They're 2C each? They're 2 chaos each? That's fucked. So 100 pristine is just 200 chaos? Yeah, that is. Okay, how about resonators? Resonators are 1 to 1 at a purchase ratio, so I'll also try to buy like 100 resonators. Okay, and we'll let that go. Okay, and this is specifically for crafting a belt. I actually got another Valyrium. That's good. We need to vault it. Shit. See you later, Valyrium. I guess I could sell my fusings and stuff too. I don't need them anymore. Uh, 1 to 2.5. They're selling at 1 to 2.5? Okay, other way around. I'll just leave fusing. Okay. I guess I could sell this Fallen, though. Go 6 Divine for Fallen. Good, good. And then, where are we with our resonators and stuff? I have 50 fossils and 20 resonators. That's not really a lot. How's Life Force? Okay. Do you 6-link the Fractured Royal Plate? No. I should sell this, but I don't even know what it would sell for. Oh yeah, I forgot about your belt. Sorry about that, dude. That's right. Let's see. What do you got? You ready for a Headhunter or an Ancient Orb? I mean, just give me your... Don't give me the Life Force. Just give me the unique belts and the Ancient Orbs. Fine. Okay, I don't need the belt either, though. Okay, you want these, Gambit? Let's see. You never know when it hits. It could just hit. Didn't hit. I'll buy your resonators. Give me your resonators. I guess I can buy your scarabs and stuff too, actually, while you're here. Yeah, I hit an ancient orb with his, or a Mageblood with his stuff. Let's see. The craft on? No, no, I need an influence one. That's why I'm specifically trying to buy an influence. Or well, I'm trying to make my own influence, I guess. Speaking of which, how much is in here? 850. Yeah, I need this to go through. Once that goes through, I can try to reforge the influence over here. Wait, actually, where did the belt go? Here it is.
I cannot do this yet.
Yeah. Try to reforge that influence. And that's such a juicy map, but it's less recovery, and I can't run that. Where's your Mageblood, dude? It don't exist. It's rare. Real rare. That's okay. We're not using Life Flask anymore, fuck that. So, you know, I have picked up a lot of flasks. I don't know if I ever picked up a Bismuth. Okay, I have an 84. Do I need this? Da multi fire cold. I mean, it is straight better than what I have. Yeah, well, how much do you want for it? What does that run for? Oh, shit, I should have done that to these. Free trade is kind of dead. Alright, I'll give you a divine. Thank you. That's just a straight upgrade. Is there no key to compare equipped on PoE 1? There might be, but I don't know, I'm just used to looking at stuff manually. Alt. Oh yeah, alt works. But I can't... It's not comparing to my current item. Control. Control. I don't know, see, I'm weird. I don't like looking at them side by side. I would rather, like, look and then read and then look and then... I don't know. Why do you use Stormbrand? It's to trigger Penance Mark. You have to read Penance Mark to understand it. And if you have a high level one, you're going to die to reflect with it, so you run a low level one. That's pretty good. That's pretty awful. That's nice. That's not. I want gain X amount of charges with, I don't know, I want gain 2 to 3 charge with something useful. Silly. Gotta be gain charges. So without it, I don't use it. Any other suggestion for gems on shield? I mean, just look at the POB. You would just run like normal. You don't have to like change anything. It's just because it's fallen, you use specific links. So you should just be able to look at the POB and copy the gems. It also does not matter what is in your shield. Your shield is just a 3-link, right? There's no like special synergy unless you are running a Shaper shield with like reservation or something else, like socketed reservation. I don't know if you're aware of what that means. The only thing that really matters is like your helmet and your body armor, because that's where your damage skills go. You know what? That's good enough. It's got gain charges.
Exile?
I hype like I am about PoE 2 Private League. Wait, did they announce stuff about PoE 2 Private League? I haven't paid any attention to it. Give me a link. Give me a link, let me see it. Next week? That sucks, because I want to play Project Diablo 2, bro. Why? Ah, nice. They're talking about breach splinters. Increasing rogue exile visibility. And will improve the behavior of the wisps. Another big focus. We adding some UI icons that allow you to quickly use currency from your inventory. Oh. Big request we've had is to make unidentified item tiers filterable. Okay, this is huge too, because then we can hide rare items, but make it so high tier shows. We also plan to add 2 new stash tabs, the Ritual tab and Socketable tab. The Ritual tab holds your omens and audiences with the king, while the Socketable tab holds your runes, talismans, and soul cores. Lastly, we plan to enable private leagues. Releases using PoE 1 website. There will be no extra mods available, but we'll be expanding the functionality of them soon. Okay, I like this a lot. The only issue I have is I want to play Project Diablo 2 next week. So I would be down to make a private league for PoE 2, because this is what I've been asking for, is something new. A fresh start for me is good. I like fresh starts. Fresh starts are very fun. It's cool. Is this bad? Fire damage. Fire multi. It's okay. Just has a bit of nothing crazy. It's okay. You can create a PoE 2 private league after the Project D2 fix. Well, the problem with making a private league after the Project D2 fix is if someone already has a popular private league, people are probably just going to play in that private league and not the current one if it launches like a week later, right? Hello, I love your content. I think Tempest Shield procs Penance Mark 2 without the need of Stormbrand. It does, but Tempest Shield... Wait, does Tempest Shield actually proc enough without Stormbrand? Because what I like about Stormbrand is that, it's like, say you're fighting like a T17 boss or something, or like say you're fighting a target who's like scary, and you can't just stand still and face tank. Stormbrand lingers on the target, constantly activating, and because it lingers and constantly activates, it's very consistent, and I don't think there's anything contesting me in the shield slot right now, so that's why I like it. This is good to know, though, because I plan on doing... Actually, I was going to say I plan on doing Cast One Stun, but Cast One Stun doesn't run Tempest Shield either, so I don't actually know. That done? That's done. What about this? Done? Oh.
I cannot do this yet.
What if this means console can get in the private league? Maybe they did say they're using it from the PoE 1 website, so I don't know if there's like a restriction there. Fallen version max block CWS uses Tempest. So I have not looked too much at CWS builds, but I don't think I'm going to use Fallen for my CWS build. I don't understand the benefit of it. Because in a CWS build, you go full recoup, stack life, you go blood magic, get as high effective life as possible, and you don't die unless you get literally one shot because of your recoup, no? So how does Fallen help you if you can't get one shot? I mean, I understand that you can always run rippier content where you can get one shot, but if that's the case, then what's the point of the whole, like, cast when stun recoup setup, right? You'll have to, for reference, I've never played this build, nor have I seen content on it, so it's something that kind of just, like, is confusing me that maybe will be answered later. Can you explain why we use punishment? It is the only offensive curse that works for RF Chieftain. Once you take Ramako Sun's Light, you cannot use things like flammability or Ellie weakness. If you read Ramako Sun's Light, it says while you're standing still, enemies have negative 20 fire res. Players stand still a lot more often than they think in PoE. In the time it takes for you to throw a fire trap or to like throw press enduring cry, those are all like station. Max block is good for inscribed ultimatums with ruins, so you don't get stacks of ruin. Oh, okay, that makes sense. No one's explained that to me, so that's specific for ultimatum. Petrified Blood really helps with one-shots. Well, yeah, Petrified Blood is automatic in the build, though. Like, you have to go Petrified Blood for it. But doesn't Petrified... I have a question, though. Doesn't Petrified Blood actually not protect you from one-shots? Because it lowers your effective life. But what it does do is it makes it so that you can take many fucking hits in the same frame and not die because of the way the Petrified Blood staggers the damage. Because when I have looked in many POBs at Petrified Blood, your effective life goes down. Now, I think, and I could be wrong, I don't know how much it fluctuates because you can be 55% low life instead of 50%, which then you're gaining some life back, which is really big, right? With the mastery, because that's how I'm going to set my character up. Wait, you know Nightmare of Lysaea was inside here, but she got kaboomed? Unlucky. Gives you a bunch of missing life, which makes Defiance of Destiny super effective. That's true, but I won't have Defiance either. So we'll have no Defiance, and I don't want to use Fallen, and I think we'll be okay, and my game is really upset right now. I can't loot fast enough. You recommend a Scion RF build? I don't play Scion RF, so I can't really recommend it. Played Scavenger, and it was okay, but I like RF Chieftain much more. Most Scions I'm aware of are very high budget, and I don't really play high budget RF, because it's a lot more annoying to build in SSF, which is what I'm in. Captain Lance does much higher budget RF, if you want to ask him. You're probably going to do, like, I think Ivory Tower, most likely. I feel squishier with Fallen. You set it up incorrectly. Do you have glancing blows for some reason? That's the biggest mistake I see most people doing, is they don't change their tree for Fallen. They just plug it in on a shaper, like a shaper tree. A shaper life on block tree, which is not how you're supposed to do. No, you don't have it. I genuinely don't know. You should absolutely be tankier with Fallen. Did you swap the CWS? No, you'd see Petrified Blood on. I think we're going to do that on Monday. You prefer Chieftain or Inquisitor? Chieftain by a long shot, because when they took away base damage scaling on RF, I think all other RF builds just lack right now compared to Chieftain for clear. RF is not really a good bosser, so when we're just comparing clear speed, Chieftain beats everyone. The only people who can compete with Chieftain are high budget build, but Chieftain is like low budget to start. Other RF builds are really good, just after a lot more currency is poured in them. What RF scales the best? Depends on your budget. Low budget, Chieftain. High budget, I think people say Guardian, Ascendant, or a Jug. I love Aegis Melding. Aegis Melding's pretty good. It's tanky. Just doesn't do a lot of damage. What is in the puzzle box? Doom Sower. Oh my god, I forgot about that weapon. Holy. That's the weapon that does different things based off the colors, right? The two-handed sword? How do you scale RF Jug? You need to endurance charge stack. I would go to PoE Ninja because you're asking about high budget questions, so PoE Ninja gives you high budget. You can see there. Assuming people are even playing it, I don't know if they are. The Penance Brand Ring does not do anything unless you want my opinion, you need to A, replace your clusters with AoE clusters. B, you need Fallen to make it like clean. D, you need to drop your Skitterbot and go Malevolent setup. D, I don't know what letter we're on. We're pretty far into the alphabet right now. I'm also using an Enlightened 3 that I need for my setup. Then when you get all of that set up, I think it all goes hand in hand nicely. Because the whole point of the ring is to help you with single target. But it doesn't really help you with single target unless you set up all the other stuff. Combinators. I don't know what's more broken, current state of recombinators or OG Harvest when it was in Ritual. You can probably get by without an Enlighten, but you very well might need something. I don't know. Actually, on top of this, I also have a Reservation Jewel. So you would need a Reservation Jewel and Enlighten. Otherwise, you could just take Deep Thoughts for Mana Mastery. OG Harvest, 100%. Okay. I forgot how good it was back then. You try the stun build? No, that also has a lot of requirements for me to pull it off the way I want to. I have both of the jewels for it. I just need some more stuff. I have the jewels. I need to... I forgot what it is, but... Oh, I need to craft a new belt. A new belt would help a lot. Can you scale the damage up a little more from where it is now? Oh yeah, my character's shit in terms of damage. Absolutely. My weapon is poo-poo. My amulet could have double dot multi. All my gems could be quality. They could all be 21. I could have much better jewels for damage. I can optimize my tree for more damage. I mean, sky's the limit with scaling characters. It's just with RF it gets more expensive. I usually get to a point where I'm happy with my clear, and then I just keep playing until I'm bored. I don't keep trying to, like, incrementally make the character stronger and stronger, because I've just done it so much, so I just get to a point where I'm happy, and then that's it. Right. Oh, the resonators went through. Okay. I need this life force. But it's not. 1,000 for 18. Kind of shit. Elder. Oh shit, I'm done. Is it worth trying to obtain the ring that converts all damage to chaos? You can't convert RF's damage. Okay. This belt needs a lot. The chances of us hitting this belt is very unlikely. We are looking for like T1 life, T1 life regen, T1 life recovery, T2% max life. Is it going to happen? No, but let's see what happens. We hit T2. Well, it's actually pretty good, but it's not good enough. We hit T2%, T2 flat, T1 life regen. It's missing the recovery roll, and I actually would have taken that, but no. That's poop. Also poo-poo. Nope. 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 Honestly, I wonder if recombinating is a better way for this. The only thing that's bad about recombinating is it's expensive every time. It's like really expensive, but that's okay. Because the base is expensive. Harvest Life Reforge. No, it's definitely better to Fossil. You're trying to hit so many life mods. Damn. T3 regen, T1 recovery, T2 percentage. T2 fire res. If that slams T1 life, I might just settle. Let me just see. It literally has to slam T1 life or it doesn't work. That doesn't count. No, that's a rego. Again. What makes the base expensive? Well, you can't really get an Elder Stygian easily, so you have to go out of your way to make it, and that makes it expensive. A null. I would rather have better mods. I don't think it's that impressive. I mean, I could just throw in a null. There's no harm. Maybe it hits the mana. It actually... Wait, what did it... Or remove the percent life, so no. Bitter. T1 recovery. Oh, this one is kind of okay, but no, it's missing it. It has the recovery. It has the regen. I wonder if you do Reforge, more likely what happens. I don't think so, though. The The item level and Abyssal makes it expensive. It's an influence Stygian Vice that makes it expensive. What's the difference between life regeneration and life recovery? Life recovery is a multiplier. Life regeneration gives you that amount. Pretty good, but it's missing the recovery roll. It needs a recovery roll. Life recovery, life regen, life, but all the mods are bad, so more likely. Still bad. That's nice too, but it's missing recovery, all more likely, but I feel like there's no way more likely is ever going to hit. Great prefixes. Really great prefixes, but the suffixes are not good, so more likely. I mean, if I exalt and hit T1 life, and I exalt and I hit I hit another T1 ID. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that. The flask effect duration's not good and the reflect's not good. That actually okay, no, that's missing a life roll. More likely, let's go. Be good. Life. I mean it's go again. No. Nope. 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 Damn, it started off so strong with the rolls, and then it just kind of went to poop after. T3 life, T1 recovery. I mean, it's got 2 bad mods, but honestly, we're kind of starving here. Let's see. What does the Exalt hit? No, that doesn't work, because then I'm missing flat life regen. Do we have any more fossils? I think we're out, no? I'm actually out. Well, the belt is benched for now. We'll have to take another look at it another time, because it's done. It's donezo. Always gets me hooked trying to get better rolls. Pristine fossils, if you need. Sure. I think they're 2C each. Yeah, I'm buying them 2C each here. Why do you use the shield? Because rolling your block chance twice is insane. One of the best defenses you can get in the entire game. And then automating gems in it makes it even better. Front. life recovery, life regen, life. It's T3, T2, T2. Maybe if I exalt T1 life, I'll use it. It's not ideal, but the attack speed's super nice. If it hits big percent life, it hit mana. Okay, I'll annul the mana off. I think I just annulled the life. See you later. Okay. Those suffixes are great, though. But this is only useful in endgame, or I need to get this as much as possible. You should get it endgame. It's not like a... You could use it early, but you should just follow the build guide if you're playing my build. Is there a play here where I do, like, suffixes cannot be changed and try to slam? Because those suffixes are god tier. They really are. Let me exalt and see if I get another good suffix. If we hit a prefix, it's kind of over. I'll craft anything here. I wouldn't slam, I would harvest life. But the problem is that life roll's too shit. Oh, you mean suffixes cannot be changed, reforge life. That's what you're talking about? Reforge chaos if you need chaos res. Chaos res would be the best suffix. Do I actually bite it and just spend 2 divine and do suffixes cannot be changed? Reforge chaos? Do I do that right now for 2 divines? And force chaos res? Because chaos res is... Either I get chaos res or I get fire res. Chaos res would be better. I think so, no? This is the play. You'd still want the suffix lock. And reforge life. Yeah, but I'm just saying that if I'm going to go all out on the belt, I may as well start right now. So I would do suffixes cannot be changed, reforge chaos, and then I could do again, assuming it's not full prefix, suffixes cannot be changed, reforge life, and then try to slam for life. This sounds incredibly fucking expensive, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't need my currency. I just want to have fun. Divine orbs, I have chaos. The market's at 140. Take my money. I misclick. Take it again. Holy, I'm broke now. Come over here. We're going all the way. Suffixes cannot be changed. 2 divines because I said so. Bam. Come over to the thing over here. Let's go to the crafting station. We're going to type in chaos. I'm going to click it. Reforge chaos. It's going to be 31. Don't be like 10. Please. Please. I can't look.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
I got scammed. It's chaos res during flask effect, bro. I mean, it's okay. My flasks are always active, but fuck. That's like, I mean, it's okay. It's just not the mod I desired, but it's okay. It is actually okay. I just get a Mageblood. Wait, but then I don't use this belt with Mageblood. Fuck. Okay, whoa. So now, all I do is I exalt T1 life. And we just use it, right? Suffix lock, reforge life. But there's no reason to suffix lock because it doesn't have a life roll and it has 1 prefix, which means I could exalt first, and if the outcome is bad, then I can suffix lock. Because there's no reason to not exalt now. The slam is free. Block mana. That's a great idea. Yeah, let's do that. Fuck you, mana. You're banned.
Salah.
Nothing to block. I forgot how to play this game. Sorry. Give me 128 life, please.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games.
You know I asked for 128 and he gave me 127? Okay, so do I just send it? Wait, do I just craft a prefix? Is there a prefix I can craft? That's actually good. There's armor. Armor is not terrible. Well, I can craft increased damage. I mean, a life roll is obviously better, but that's a good belt. T1 regen, T1 recovery, conditional chaos res that's not conditional, T2 life. It's missing the percent, but it's not bad. I'm just going to craft increased damage and use it, man. It's good. It's good. Okay, now I need fertile catalysts. I'm uninstalling. It's okay, I'm uninstalling next week. No percent life. I mean, it's got no percent life, but it's good, okay? It has the recovery mod. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. Fertile catalyst. That didn't do much. Give me these. Oops. Oh my god. That's really expensive. Oops, misclick. I don't need that anymore either. Fertile catalyst. Oh, sorry, I just swiped. And now I'm broke. Bro, slam percent life. How about you slam the door while you... Good piece, bro. Good. Look. Okay. Percent damage is like only -1 skill point. Okay. I could just take some skill points on the tree for like life. I mean, obviously it's better to have percent life, but the chance of slamming percent life is just very unlikely. Okay. Do I lose sustain? I still lose regen. That's wild. But I go up in HP and I don't even have... I go up in HP, I go up in res, I go up in chaos res, and I get a jewel back. Yeah. Just see what's available. You have a video of Harby Beyond. You'd have to dig back a long time on my YouTube. I definitely have... I know it's on my website. That's not a video. Isn't damage during flask effect more? I don't think you can craft it on belt. That's for gloves, no? Are there any abyssal jewels that have these stats? No way. Ooh. Okay, they're kind of not that many, though. So what if I remove the dex roll and just hit that? I mean, 36 life. I mean, I may as well just go back to dexterity, no? Wait. Didn't I just do this with dexterity? I did dex and int. Chance to block spell damage if you were damaged by a hit recently. I mean, this is not bad for 10C. 5 for 10C. You had pseudo dex. Oh, I hate trade search filters. They're too big for my brain. Do. Ah, it's the hideout. It's the hideout, dude. I'm gonna send it to Victoria because she doesn't get the meme. Doesn't play PoE, so it's so good. It is. What's up with this on his eye though? Is that always there? Is that like... Oh, it's the portal effect. Oh, it's because of the portal. You need the hideout? Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. What is it? Better Twitch TV about? Fun detected or something? I don't remember all of them. Are there any pictures of it? I want to send like a picture of Jonathan doing the middle finger thing. Do we have a picture of it anywhere? The Twitch clip is like the PoE emote's too small. I need like a bigger one. That's fine, actually. This will work. It'll work. Okay. I'm still trying to find a Fury valve for my SSF PS. I can't drop any. Unlucky. I think my drivers are like out of date. I keep seeing like some weird like... It's almost like screen tearing, but it's not screen tearing happening with PoE. And even some of my other stuff, like my browsers sometimes like pulse or like flash. I want to say it's a driver issue. It's weird though, because I updated all my drivers recently with NVIDIA. Maybe I'm missing. Like, Golden Sun. Nope, it's so good. I could listen to Golden Sun every day. In fact, you know what? I will. Turning on browser hardware acceleration. I don't think I have that enabled, though. It's also affecting PoE, though. Wait a minute. I'm actually curious. I could get away with not running. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. 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 Hold on. How much money do I have? We're gonna be on fucking Zoom now. Unique res flask can be good for mitigation of cold and light. Don't you need your res equal for that? I forgot how Wise Oak works exactly. And I just realized I'm wrong. Why is my res fucked up? Do I not have Purity of Fire on? Please tell me I don't have Purity of Fire. I have Purity of Fire on. Wait. Oh, because my Cloak of Flame is deactivated. Oh, shit. I mean, I could run with a lower level Swift Affliction. It's not the end of the world. Do I actually need intelligence? I don't actually need int. I could just get a better dex roll. Wait a minute. There's like a 27. Yeah. Now we're good. Okay. Now I just need to get a death rush. But I don't know if this guy's gonna respond. Are you here? No, you're AFK. I mean, this guy has a perfect... Oh, wait, never mind. This guy messaged back. 75. 2, 4... Wait. 2, 4, 6, 8... Okay. Perfect. Okay, this guy's Death's Rush is like... Yeah, it's a 3-3, and it's already pre-rolled, and my Chaos Res is now 60% with Flask on. That is not too bad. I'll take it. In fact, my Res is so good already, I could probably drop the Bismuth now for an Amethyst. I could, probably. Is this the wrong purity? Please tell me it is. Okay, never mind. We're even better now. Let me get a... Blood Rage. Because we don't need this one. That's the poopy one. Okay, let's go run a map like this with Death's Rush. Death's Rush is kind of Giga Chad. If I have res equal cold and lightning, it would be better to have the one magic flask. You mean the unique one? Sure, but that's really hard to do running Purity of Fire with the Chieftain Ascendancy node. So why is my cold res so high? What did I... Oh, this has a double. Right, and I can't do anything about it. That's fine. Alright, here we go. Wait. There's no mob skilled in this map? What the fuck? Okay, it's clear. I don't know why it's showing that. What does Penance Mark do? It spawns Phantasms, and then with the Phantasms, you can kill them to trigger Explode for a Chieftain Ascendancy node. Gato, I don't remember exactly what the flask does. If you PM me with it, I can answer it better. We get damage and speed and tankiness with Death's Rush, so it's pretty nice. Nightmare of the Unbreakable. What was that? How's it tainted feet? Death's Rush and Hateful are the go-to rings. If you're setting your build up like me, yeah. You don't need to run Death's Rush. I like it a lot. Death's Rush works extremely well when you're juicing content because of the instant healing, and it has a great base. Everything about it is just good. Alternatives to Death's Rush would be running Uber Exarch boots. Uber Exarch boots are way more expensive and a lot harder to use with Hateful Accuser, which is why I haven't really looked at it. I don't think I would have the recovery, and I would not have the resistance to pull. Yeah, because I would lose the fire res and the chaos. I would not be able to sustain. Reduce LA damage taken for the lower uncapped res and pen for higher uncapped res. You won't have a use for the fire res, but it gives you reduced cold and lightning. Yeah, so it's okay to run. I think there's probably better flask, but you could run it. It's probably better than me running this flask, but this flask has 100% uptime, so I like it. And the maps I'm running have Scorch in them, which is constantly lowering my res, so that's why I use this flask. How much this belt is worth? It's pretty good. It is definitely really good. Oh! Horn Scarab of Awakening. Divine Beauty. Got a lot of tinks today. I like it. Harby Beyond is the way to go. The way to go. Can I have another tink, please? It's been like 8 seconds. I need more tinks, please. I'm addicted. Harvest Dupe? I don't really like Harvest Dupe. Unless I'm like burning it all in like a Mageblood or something. How many deaths do you have? A lot. Let's see. There's no way I have a full set of Divine Beauty, right? Please help me link my Diala. I lost 200 Chaos to save it. I'll use 100 of my fusings, but I kind of have been blowing a lot of my stuff, so message me if you get lucky. Oh, I'm actually close to a set. You playing D2 next week? Yeah, I want to play Project D2 on Friday. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Nice, like, a nice break / refresher from what I usually play. I kind of need something like that. I've been cycling a lot of the same games for a while, and don't get me wrong, they're fun, but something different's always fun. Help me. Let's see if you get in 100, bud. Is it private server or the Blizzard D2? No, Project Diablo 2 is community run. How come I can never link my shit and I can only link other people's? I don't understand. This guy came to me last time I made a private league. And he said, I can't link my body armor. Can you help me? So I used like 30 of my fusings and I linked it for him. And then he comes back to me this league and asks the same thing. And then within like 50 fusings, it's 6-link. What is this horse shit? I gave Lance my fusings. He linked it in 20. Then I try to use mine and I can't link anything. I don't understand. Why can't I never link my shit? I spent like 200 C. Bro, I used so many fusings on my cloak and it never linked, and the only reason I got a 6-link cloak is because someone said they had an extra one and I used a tainted fusing and got lucky, but I used 3 tainted fusings on my other and I never got it. It just kept going backwards, so I had to get a new one. Damn, bro. You're wasting your luck on other people. Yeah, I got the reverse streamer RNG, dude.
I cannot.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Yo, Lore, thanks so much for the 8 months. Appreciate it. The reverse streamer RNG. I don't know if the goatmen are worth it in the map. I'm gonna find out. It was a good time to ask you 2 tanks on that last map. Not wrong. I did.
My mana is gone.
Oh, these are 19 purities, okay. And now they're 20. I have to say, the damage with the Death's Rush is, like, a lot better, man. Holy. Just needed a little bit of damage, and it's giving it to me. I didn't get any more damage, right? Actually, I do have a Watcher's Eye that I bought for 20 Divine. And this jewel has spell block if you were damaged by a hit recently. So couldn't I technically drop this right here and still retain my block cap on spell block? Chance to block spell damage is 58. Wait, 58. 1% chance. Oh, I can't run. Never mind. That's a big one. That's attack damage block. Well, actually, no, that's 8%. Damn. And I need that, right? 28 and 5. Yeah, I need that node. The only thing I could do is drop this life node. Because I need everything there. I guess I could drop the recovery mastery. I don't actually need that. Sure. This gets me 20 dot multi, which is like kind of huge.
I cannot do this yet.
Yeah, we bought this for 2 fracturing orbs. 2 fracturing orbs. Yo, Summer, don't worry about Nightbot. He just bitches a lot. You're good, dude. What was the Watcher mods? It was just Malevolence dot multi. There's something else on it, but it doesn't affect my board. Yeah, it's just the dot multi on Malevolence. Nobody cares about unable to be affected by Enfeeble while you have Grace on. That's so niche. You know why that happens, chat? Yo, someone actually just had a great suggestion. Have you ever thought about doing an ASMR video, something like RF Explode Chains Tinks to Study 2? Tinks to Study 2? Is it because you play a lot? You know, I'm not even playing that much these days, I'll be honest. I log in last maps for a few hours and log off, but no, it's because of Nameless Seer. We have Underground Sea div cards here to Sewer, so we get Divine Beauties here. compared to the average person? I mean, sure, I don't know what the average person is anymore with PoE. Like, is the average person a guy who plays 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week? Like, I have no idea. Is there a way to join the league instantly? You use the command and you hit join and you don't hit apply. If you hit apply, you have to wait. Remember the time when I said I didn't need int and then my awakened in KOE leveled and now I need int? What is your filter blade? Ox, POHX? Rip, I hit apply. I'll help you. In the future, do not ever apply to private leagues. Nobody knows why it's even a thing. Just don't ever apply. Spread the word. Otherwise, we gotta do this. See these messages? These are because people apply. I will never read those. So you just go my private league. Oh, actually, don't want to click that. View. Scroll down. Applied. Total 33. 50 per page. There you go. I think there's a pre-PoE2 and post-PoE2 average person. Pre-PoE2, I was playing PoE as my main game. Post-PoE2, Jonathan cured me of my addiction. And now I play it every so often. There's no select all button. Oop. Why do you guys think there's a select all button? That's not how GG works. You gotta click every splinter at the same time, like on the floor. You know, just like you gotta feel the weight of individually inviting every single player. I mean, it only makes sense. They're keeping the theme, you know? Impurities. Lance has a script. Yeah, I'm too lazy to use it though. Because like I don't have a problem inviting people. I have a problem stopping the gameplay to invite people, right? Now when there's literally hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of applications, thousands, then the script is more useful for me for sure. How far can RF get me as a complete new beginner?
Yes.
As far as you want to allow it to take you, you can do all the content in the game. I would recommend for you to not try Ubers with it. Although I think already tackling Ubers as a new player is ambitious no matter what you play. But it's not good for that type of content.
See you.
You request access to Chrono Odyssey on Steam. What is that? Sounds cool. You're not going to be doing tier 17s, but that's Giga Endgame anyway. I mean, they could be doing T17s. It just depends on... Like, I'm going to be honest. Breaking into T17s with RF is actually not that difficult because it doesn't require a lot of gear. But it does require specific gear. And that's the difference, right? Whereas a normal build... You put the currency in, you can do enough damage to clear the content. RF cannot, right? But once you put that amount of currency in and you get your like Hateful Accuser set up, you can run T17s no problem. With that being said, no matter what type of new player you are, T17s are a hurdle just because understanding map mods, bosses, boss mechanics, all the different fucking map mods, because there's a lot of them. So T17s is already, like you said, pretty endgame and ambitious for like new players. You know what build you're going to play in PD2? I think I want to play like some form of Lightning Zon. I've never played Zon before in PD2. You just started T2 maps. So they're basically broken down into sections here. So you have white maps, which is 1 through 5. Yellow, which is 6 through 10. Red, which is 11 through... Oh, Divine Beauty. 11, which is 11 to 16, which is red map. But then within red map, you have other difficult ones like Conquerors, Guardians, etc. And then you also have tier 17, which is like another pillar past that. Does Hateful Accuser work with Fallen, or are they separate? Fallen sets up Hateful Accuser. Without it, Hateful Accuser is more clunky. With that being said, I would not recommend playing Hateful Accuser without Fallen. You can play Fallen without Hateful Accuser. You have a Scarab for div card. Oh. Getting pretty lucky on these runs. No shot. There's no... How does it keep... There's no way. That's gotta be a puzzle box. Right there has to be a puzzle box. There's no way that's a div card. Oh, Eldritch Annul. That's kind of good too, I think. I don't know if it's actually a pink, but... Oh, I need new gloves. Hey chat, I'm gonna ask a random question. You guys watch, like, have you guys watched Tyler 1's old content back when, like, I guess Greek God was around there? I never watched any of his content, but I watched a documentary or like the rise and fall of Greek God, and it was so sad how he went from like a super happy chubby guy who would just snipe Tyler 1 to like a semi-successful, I guess pretty successful, only to like throw it all away because of whatever phase he basically like went through. I don't get people like that, but that's life. I kind of want to take the Valerium the Vol. Nothing here is really good.
I cannot do
I have 30 Deli Orbs. I gotta buy Nardo's first because he asked me earlier. Nardo, do you have Deli Orbs still? I could probably buy both of yours. But I was buying them for 3C each. You could probably sell them for more. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll buy your Deli Orbs and I'll see if I'll buy his after, if I have enough. Ask me. What you got? Is there an estimated release for 3.26? There is currently not. I think they said they're doing an announcement by the end of this week. Sorry, by the end of this month. By the end of this month. Yeah, I thought by the end of this month they said they were going to give an announcement. I could be incorrect. I thought that's what they said. Opium? No, they said it on was it the Diz interview they did? Is that a real tank? Did someone bait me? Wait, that's a real tank? How can I get so... Okay, that's gotta be a tainted fusing. That's not a real tank. It's a Divine! Something is fishy with these maps all of a sudden, dude. I literally 6-linked that dude's body armor, and then the RNG is going crazy now. Is this just, like, goodwill for 6-linking the guy's body? I mean, there's no way I get another tank, right? There's no shot. There will be no more tanks this month. Death Rush OP. Death Rush is not... I mean, is it because I'm just clearing that fast? No. Can't be. I have another Diala if that's... No. One's enough, bud. One is enough. Okay, I'll help you out. If I drop a Mirror Shard, okay? Rude fake tank. If I drop a Mirror Shard, I'll use the rest of my fuse on your Dialas. What if I drop a full mirror? Then I'll corrupt your Dialas, somehow turn it white, not corrupt it, and then mirror it. Can we reflect Ellie damage? Baller. Ooh, nice drop. You can die to Ellie Reflect if you have a high level Frostblink. That's why I run level 1. Oh, that's a nice... All right. Fire Trap cannot be reflected. Maybe this rolls like 14% suppression. That's a good life roll. Suppression's definitely a better fracture, but hold on one sec. I mean, Flame Dash also will get reflected. I don't know how much damage that will do to you, just FYI. We do a little RNG experiment. Give that to me on Monday, because I don't know how much longer I'm playing today. And I can go full incubator set for you if you'd like. Last time I did Uber Elder with my RF, I thought it was easy, but then I failed with my Zenith. Shaper does too much damage and jumps around. Isn't Zenith like insane though? Don't you just like 2-tap the boss? Not literally 2-tap, but kill them really fast. The thing about RF though is that that's a nice one. RF is very easy to boss with, right? There is no conditional. It's just throw a fire trap and dance around the target, and that's really it. Other builds have more stuff going on, and I genuinely feel that it makes it harder to play when you are trying to like play the build while trying to do the boss fight. That's why RF is really good for learning boss fights, because the way we build the character, it's tanky enough to like usually survive a hit. Like, it may not be a fast boss killer, but it's consistent and smooth, right? I need to buy scarabs. $7? What is happening to the Harby scarabs? What the fuck is this? 1 for 7? Okay, I'll buy 20 for 140. And then I'll cry about it. This is a good farm strat for LA Deadeye. No idea. 1 to 5 and he has 235 in store. Well, it would have auto-accepted those if he was selling at 5, but he didn't, so he's selling it higher. Unless you're talking about something different. I don't know what bow builds usually farm. I know people did Legion for a while. Legion's kind of weird in this event, though, because if you hit the bad Legion node, you kind of get fucked farming Legion. Great going bow. I don't think there's anything wrong with bow builds. I just don't know what Atlas strats they prefer to farm. Because the Atlas strats I like to farm are really rippy, and I don't think you run that on builds unless you're insanely tanky, because it doesn't matter how much damage you do, things are going to hit you when there's 6,000 monsters in a map, right? I know people like to say just don't get hit, but you will get hit at some point with this many mobs. Can I get a bloom for Kosas, please, game? Any kabooms for Kosas, please? Does RF do an ultimatum? Okay. You can optimize the build to be great for ultimatum. You have a POB for me. A POB designed exclusively for ultimatum? No. You can just play regular RF build and slap on a Defiance of Destiny. That's really good. Alternatively, you could go look at the cast when stun builds people play designed for it. When trying to calculate DPS, you include frenzy charges, flasks, etc. Depends on your uptime. I will include frenzy with this variant because I generate frenzy even on bosses. If you don't generate frenzy on bosses, you don't have to tick it, but you should still tick it to see what your damage is in maps, right? As for my flask, I would tick sulfur just for mapping because I have 100% uptime basically. Sometimes it falls off based on the map mods or the altar mods, but for the most part it's pretty high up there. I do actually need to re-roll mine to get charges gain on hit, but yeah. There's a lot of conditional stuff, so you just have to understand like what your setup should be for mapping and what your setup should be for bossing, because those are different. Wait, did that drop 2 sets? So there's actually 2 more sets of fracturing up here? No, okay, so that was just from a baby one. Okay. Yeah, that was a non-mysterious drop. Interesting. Is that the way they were spaced was a little weird. that room looks ready to explode. How's Zeno doing? Haven't spoken to him in a while, not sure. Pretty sure he streams from time to time. It's best to probably just ask him. That was a big pop, yeah. When did this event start? 8 days ago. Well, almost 9 days ago. Is the stream freezing for you? That's the game. When I use punishment with Hexbloom like this, and there's a big pack, it will freeze. It's specifically Hexbloom. But Hexbloom also proliferates your curse, so it's really nice to use. POB is confusing. I think on my website I have something specifically for this question, by the way. I don't know how much time you spent on my RF website, but let me just go look. Let's... If we come over here and we go to like FAQ, POB. What do I need to check in POB config for Righteous Fire? Is life tap active? Is the enemy on top of Conk Ground Inquisitor only? Exposure if not using Master of Fire, that doesn't matter. Is enemy ignited because of Fire Trap? Chieftain, set time stationary to 1. This gets you like a little bit set up with some of the more basic stuff. Where's your Fire Trap? You don't use Fire Trap with Hateful Accuser version? Doesn't do anything? Welcome, friend. What choices should you pick for Searing Exarch and Eater of Worlds? Are you asking me to tell you every single altar mod to pick between the two? You should pick what's not going to kill your character, yet rewards good currency. Just a rule of thumb. I think I pretty much summed it up, to be honest. Don't overjuice your maps if you can't handle it, and you're picking to get currency, so, like, Quant is good, any raw currency is good. I don't really think there's anything else that you prioritize other than Quant and currency, though. And, like, I guess div card drops are good, too, right? Div cards are always good. Like, div card basic currency is really good. I don't know if that's on... I think that's on Heater. For example, I would not take minus res if you cannot tank the minus res. Because lowering your res
is literally disabling your ascendancy, and you don't want to do that, right? So I would not run Eater minus Lightning, Lightning Cold, unless you have enough res to counter that. But he's good. Of course they're good. Switch the Lightning res to Fire res, though. Makes them better. I can't answer questions about Standard. My brain isn't wrapped around it. I would just POB it. If you, as a general rule of thumb, when you're Adorned, you want as many jewel sockets as possible. It might be better to go like Defiance of Destiny so you can save points on the tree and not go block. Really something you want to POB. Because going block nodes is going to basically pull away from points for cluster jewels for Adorn. I don't understand what number to look at when putting in DOD. I don't think DOD reflects in POB, but DOD is kind of like having block with recovery. You want the highest recover life of missing whatever is possible. I don't remember what the exact terminology is on DOD. Where can I see your current character? I don't know if the profile command is on YouTube. Otherwise, you have to go to my PoE profile. You should be able to find it on my website. When you're basically, once you have my profile, you can just put it into POB and then look at Hawk's Atlas Invasion. Try the profile command. If it's not there, I will add a I'll add a command for it on YouTube in like 2 minutes. I don't think there's a profile. You farming fracture ups to sell or use them? It's not even fracture ups. I'm just farming a strat that I like because it gives a lot of currency. Okay, the profile command should be in YouTube now. Do you want to try it? It'll be set up for you. Okay, I think we're gonna have a nice short stream here, boys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be live on Monday with some more blasting while we stall for Project Diablo 2. And then after that, we're probably gonna go back to PoE 2 and hope we can launch private leagues, because that would actually be really sick. Be able to play a PoE 2 private league. That would honestly be so sick. Because you could even just do like, you don't even need a crazy economy. You just get like a couple hundred people and you have a nice chat found experience. So I'll see you guys all later. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Good one, everyone.